strangers that are going to these places, it's often very difficult to adapt to this kind of climate. Very, very complicated, but you have to try to do, because most people who travel there either go for business or for work. Is not for a long time. Before you know it, you're done, and you know that you're coming back to where you're used to being. It's always very important to go to other areas to see how things work there, because if you stay only maybe in Bafusam, you never know how things go by in the southwest. You never know how it goes by in the center, in the littoral, Ibolova, Betwa, all those other areas. It's important to check there. Maybe start by the climate to know how the climate there is, and then the rest now can follow. What do they eat there? What's their favorite meal? What's the favorite activity that they like to do there? So it's important sometimes to travel. For those who have the opportunity this end of year to travel, why not use it to go to the north, to visit the north region? You know, you must be have been hearing a number of things about this region. Why not take it upon yourself and say, no, I'm going there to see for myself, maybe a week, and then you come back. If you have the opportunity of getting a week, you go there and maybe visit and come back. It wouldn't do you any harm. I know that to go for visit, they need money. It's obviously what somebody would tell me, but it's just once in a while. It's not something that you do all the time. Since as we're getting to the approach of Christmas, I have the small message for everyone out there. If you don't earn like them, don't spend and live like them. If you don't earn like them, don't spend and live like them. This Christmas, don't allow anyone put you under pressure. Operate within your means. It's Jesus' birthday, not yours. This Christmas, don't allow anyone put you under pressure. Operate within your means. It's Jesus' birthday, not yours. You shouldn't want to try to compare with people because this person has this. I absolutely want to have the same thing. No, don't do that. Do what you can. Don't spend and live like them. Do what is within your means, and don't try to put yourself under any kind of pressure. That's what I'm telling so many people that are under pressure now, especially for the Christmas. Most people are thinking about how they're going to dress up their kids, what they're going to eat on that day, and it's a special day and everybody wants to make things special. But if you don't have the means to do that, don't force yourself into doing that. In the heart of the city, the last edition for the week, I am welcoming all of you. For those who are discovering us for the very first time, you're watching NGTV. We are found in the West region, that is Bafusam. A stone throw from Entre Ecole Normal, you will see us there. We are right there, not very far. Let me not say 5 minutes, 2 minute works, or a minute or so. Some people are fast workers, maybe just a few seconds. From Entre Ecole Normal, you will see NGTV television. Come here and discover what we have to offer you. We have a number of things to offer you. You can possibly come and join us, and we will give you all our offers. In the heart of the city, the question of today on your screen right there. But before we get to the question and the other slots for the day, I'd like to welcome the girls this afternoon. They are present. Their faces, you know, for those who are always there with us all the time. The faces that you always have on the set each and every day. And today they are present by the grace of God. All we can say is thank God for your presence. Good afternoon, Miss B, and welcome. Happy start of the weekend to you.
Thank you so much, Linda. Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mariko. Good afternoon. And of course to our televiewers.
Okay, I hope your weekend is starting really good.
Of course, it's an excellent weekend.
You know, your weekends are always excellent. I hope you give a secret to our televiewers, because most people sometimes have very horrible weekends sometimes, and others, I don't know, it just happens.
A secret lies in the hands of the individual.
Okay, in the individual.
All I can say, keep a good heart. Just be you.
Okay.
Stop faking and faking and faking and faking and trying to, fix things that are not meant to be.
Okay.
That's the secret. So the secret is in your hands. Is just to keep a good heart and be positive in whatever thing you do.
Okay.
You do things because you want to get back at people. No, you're just suffering yourself.
For nothing.
Yeah. You die before your time.
Truly.
I'm sorry to say. So the secret is keep a good heart, be positive, remain optimistic, prayerful. Before you know it, everything will just be so fine for the weekend.
Thank you very much, Miss B. If you follow Miss B's footstep, just to be yourself and don't figure.
Footstep.
No, when I mean your footstep, be like you. That means ensuring that the weekend is always good.
Okay. Okay.
It's not
So
as
you may want to follow somebody's footsteps, you end up in a ditch.
no, it's not exactly what I'm
Just be
meaning.
you.
It's not, being like you means what you just give as advice. That's what you adopt. People should also adopt the same thing.
Okay.
We shouldn't just misunderstand ourselves here. So, being yourself, being you, and stop faking. Fake life, like P Square sang there. People like to fake their lives, what they are not. Mariko, good afternoon to you. Happy start of the weekend.
Thank you, Cynthia. Good afternoon.
Thank you.
And a happy start of the weekend.
Thank you very much.
And to you too, Miss B. A nice one there. And to all the viewers who are just joining us, I want to wish you all well, especially to children who are sick during this season because of the transition.
Yeah, the transition.
It's not very, very easy for them. I've seen many, I've heard many. My little nephew was rushed to the hospital early this morning.
Wow.
Because of his situation.
Oh my.
I just understand that we adults, we are not even able to stand it, but kids cannot stand it even more because they are quite weak. He wasn't able to go to school because of his health, but thank God everything is under control. So I just want to use this opportunity to say courage to all parents who have children who are sick because of the transition. It's really not easy. Please take care of these kids. Mostly about nostrils, yes, they have a lot of running nose, the Harmattan cold, and the dryness. All these things make children to be very, very sick during the season, Santiago. So I just want to say, dear parents, take proper care of the kids.
It's very important to take proper care of this little boot de shoe. Wednesday my son didn't go to school too because he had night fever, and it was really making him to be hot during the night, so he could barely sleep. He kept on calling mommy. I can imagine what most of these children have to go through. So I joined you in the same line to wish courage to all the parents, and that parents should try as much as they can to be present for these children, because with this transition anything can happen.
Absolutely.
So anything can happen. We should take it upon ourselves to take care of them as much as we can. Some people have even before the season had to come to get to the transition, some others are really taking up drugs to prevent those things.
Exactly, Santiago. Many have done so. Others are even with the natural approach.
Yes.
That's warm water, morning, afternoon, evening. Their kids are no longer drinking cold water.
Yes.
Many people have adopted warm water in the house. In the evening, some parents put even honey inside warm water and they make the kids to sip every night. Others have bought Mentolanto for the nostrils, then for the chest too. For babies, those really tiny babies,
yes,
like the ones that are still very young. If you want to do that, that's apply the Mentolanto. Don't put it directly on the baby's chest because it might hurt the baby.
Okay.
So you can maybe put it on top of the inner dress that is inside. Before now, you wear another thing on top of it and you let them sleep with it. It will make them warm.
Did you have to rub it, or you just put it?
No, you rub.
Okay.
Yes, you rub on top of the dress. Yes, just know that you have to wash that dress extra. Yes, because imagine oil on top of a dress, how it can be
and most
sticky.
of these children have whites and
Absolutely. So you put it there on the chest area, but not on the proper, that's directly on her skin. No, put on top of the dress. Just rub a little, because the flavor of Mentolanto is strong.
it's really harsh. Yes.
So once you put, with some kids they start crying. Yes, they might cry for hours, and you'll need to calm them down before they sleep off. But once they sleep off, it helps them to even breathe. If, for example, they have nostrils that are blocked, it opens up their nostrils. Then when they wake up, most of the times in their sleep, you discover that they are sweating.
They're sweating.
Don't worry about the sweat, because it's helping them to get healed.
Okay, for parents that are scared of sweating, we have children that sweat a lot. Even when it's raining, they are sweating. I wonder sometimes what is happening. That it's really rainy and it's heavy, and you see some children sweating. So most parents should not be scared about the sweating. Most of the time, it's just the healing process that is coming up to that. Thank you, Michael, for one of those things that you tell parents this afternoon, especially at this point of transition from the rainy to the dry season. And the dry season, it comes with a number of diseases, a number of them. and most of the time most parents can't really get whole. We have the runny nose trees that Maricol says is very rampant everywhere. We have other illnesses that come with it. Equally, dry season comes with meningitis, for those who didn't know. So it's better to take precautions so that your child doesn't have to go through this. For our question this afternoon, displayed there on your screen, is it possible for a woman to stay with a man, have children with him, and still not love him? That is the question for today, for the last day of this week, as we're getting into the weekend. Is it possible for a woman to stay with a man, have kids with him, and still not love him? That will be our topic of reflection this afternoon. While hoping that we get your own response, dear televiewers, on the question for this afternoon. We have the business. We continue with cassava, which we started on the Monday. And of course, we go on to the kitchen yesterday with the Scotch egg. Today, get this, we'll do something else for us for our kitchen. And of course, the health page. We started with sweaty armpit, that is excessive sweating. We will end up with that today. We end up with the excessive sweating for those who are having it and not possibly finding a solution to it. We'll try as much as we can to get you something that can help you deal with it. Meantime, we start off with we end up with the business first before we get into any other part of discussion for our program. Maricol, we end up with business today.
Yes.
Today we'll be doing innovative
Okay.
ideas. And in fact, we'll be ending up
Okay.
the story
Okay.
on cassava, fortunately. But there are a lot of things to know about cassava, though. With time, we're going to give you. But today we'll stay on the innovative ideas, and so we'll talk about the different things that we can get from cassava that are innovative ideas. The first one is the one you and I surely know about. It is the fact that through this same cassava, you can transform it, steep it inside water, and after, say, 3 to 4 days, you wash it, and it becomes your water fufu. This same one can equally become what we call bobolo, or they call it baton. Or this same one can give you gari.
You know, I thought you were going to start with Gary because I know you love Gary so much. So I'm surprised that you said it with Bobolo.
No, I wanted to distract a little.
Okay.
So I'll now you can use gari. Gari is very technical for those who don't know about it, because somebody like me, I tried on many bases, so surely many bases, and my mother was always like, failed.
You
So
failed.
she always push me aside and take her gari to do it her own
So
way.
you burn it for her.
Exactly. So there's a particular way that you have to give it a color, a texture, especially when you have to put the oil. For those who like the yellow gari, because there's white gari.
Yes,
as well.
that's right.
So for those who don't want the red, the white, they want the white instead. Voila, we have baton. Now we have that's our bobolo there. For those who don't know what bobolo is, now for the gari, I think for those who don't know about it, like I said before, it's really for those who are really into this business. If you don't know this business, please go towards people who can help you to know about it better. I think that should be Gary.
Exactly.
This is the yellow version of Gary. Thank you, Joel. Now, this is yellow because you have dropped oil, palm oil into it. But there is a version that is purely white. And when you cook that version, it's generally almost like water.
Exactly.
And it's what I like about that particular one is that it's really sticky. It pulls along, that it's elastic. So it becomes interesting when you eat this kind of cassava. Now, how do you get that kind of cassava? That's the question now. How do you know if you can be able to have good gari, good water fufu, good, what is that again? Good bobolo. The last but not the least, before I forget, is kumkum. You can also get kumkum from cassava.
Exactly.
So this generally, those who get into kumkum are, some people get into it accidentally. I'm saying it from personal point of view, my experience. Accidentally, because let me explain. Okay, now this is water fufu. Thank you very much. All right. At the level of accident, the accident is that maybe because you steep your cassava and you wanted the cassava to actually be water fufu, or the bobolo, or the gari.
The Gary, yes.
But all the
Cassava did not get soft. Okay.
So that's the accidental version. Because now, since we are all Africans, you need to just reflect. You don't carry it and throw it away. No, that's wastage. Voila, thank you very much. That's kumkum. Thank you, Joel. Now you can have it from here. This is cassava that surely can't stay inside water. It's never the case all around it, because some people intentionally do their kumkum, as in they pick up the cassava, they decide to sun it. They sun it and then it becomes their original.
But Michael, some people just sun the cassava that way. They don't put it in water.
Exactly. That's why I said the other one is the accidental version. Now for the version that is not accidental, well, those are derives. Those are different versions of
That's
cassava.
mitumba?
Yes, that's mitumba, made out of cassava still. You can just break your cassava into pieces, small pieces that can easily get dry. Take note, because if you take them too big, it might take longer to get dry.
But this is a dry season now.
Okay, that's the good one. But now during the rainy season, how do we go about it? It becomes complicated. You can equally put it on your roof, your rooftop. It depends on where you live. Don't go on a story building because I said so. Because if it's a story building, you might find yourself falling, or you might find yourself over suffering because you want to go and put it at the rooftop. Now, if you have just a flat, then you can try what I'm saying. Then, aside that, we've seen the mitumba, we've seen everything, but I equally know that out of cassava you can have starch.
Exactly.
Starch that will permit you to have your dresses stiff, especially these dresses that come from the western part of Africa. That we have dresses like this not Nigerian necessarily, but the loincloths that come, and we want them to remain really intact. You need starch in order to keep it that way. Let it always be stiff and looking new like the first day. So how do you do it? You need to steep the cassava. This is generally cassava that has been steeped, and the water that comes out from it, that's what they call starch. Now some people can sit home and do theirs. For example, you go to the farm, you harvest your cassava clean, and then you now get just a small part of it, just a very small quantity out of the cassava. You now sun, because generally they want it to be completely dry. After a while, as if you wanted to do kumkum. Yes, then you ground it into powder form. You pour it inside water, leave it there for a while, let it be there for say 2 to 3 days.
Okay, the fermentation.
Yes, that's the fermentation that will give you now what you really need. Some mothers keep it at home, that's they store it at home, like they do it in big quantities, and then they store it in big containers that can permit them to use it anytime, any day. And don't be afraid that it will get bad. No, it will never get bad, because it's starch, and if you can keep your dress for that long, it means that it can stay for that long too at home. So don't be afraid to try this. So those are some, because I know so many others should be out there that I've not been able to enumerate, but these are some of the innovative ideas that you can bring out of cassava.
That is true. I also know that the starch is used for white dresses. People use it to maintain the color of their dresses. The white especially. And considering that we're in the West region, we're in Bafusam, and with the dust, it's not always easy. You might wash, and before you know it, the thing is thin. It can help you to maintain the color of your dress. If for somebody who wants to get into this business, what I propose this afternoon is that you can get into the business. If you have all these machines to transform all of these things, then it can go. No, it's so much money though. You get into its cultivation, and then you have machine for gari. Though gari needs people to fry. There's no machine that can fry gari. I haven't seen that yet.
But I think our Chinese brothers have already found one.
They found one already too.
They found one already. But for us, what I notice is that for us at our level, we have machines that are homemade, that made by hands, not modern machines, to squeeze the water out of that squeezing aspect.
Before it's very tedious, because people used to tie bamboo, whether it's 4 or how many, before the water comes out.
Exactly. Some would need to go on it with their weight. Others will have to go big rocks and come and place on top of the back. Others will have to keep it even outside the house so that the sun helps them to take away all the water. So machines, some people are very ingenious. They've created machines. Exactly.
They've created machines for these things. And so you can involve yourself in this cassava business. I said it on Monday that in the littoral region, what the sell is, Mariko, so you put maybe cassava in water. And then the one that is good for bubble, that's what they sell to you. That means you don't need to go put in water again. They've already made the process easy for you. What you do is you just go and tie. I'm always afraid of this thing. Does it not get black? is a bobolo, because you don't know the kind of cassava, and then before you make a bobolo, it's black or it's not very sticky as you like it to be.
That's the reason why it's good when you are the one at the origin, that you know where cassava is coming from. Generally, they always advise to consume the red, but for the white, you can now transform all, because what you're consuming, if you take the red to do all what we are saying, it will not give the same result. So the white will be at the base. Now, what we fear when we buy like this, like you said, what you fear is that the person selling to you might have faked the content.
Yes.
Sometimes they add things.
Even the process.
Exactly. They add a lot of things. For example, sometimes you see the water fufu. Sometimes when you buy water fufu, it's looking white when you're buying.
Yes.
When it's uncooked. But once you start cooking, you see it become very brown.
Exactly.
It means that they fake the process. Somewhere they skip the process of leaving it to ferment. They took it to the machines and they ground the cassava. So we need to really take note of that. If you don't know, they might just be fooling you all the time. And sometimes some people even put, I think it's not cassava. Sometimes some people put cocoyams
inside.
Yes.
Oh.
For the bobolo.
That is something else. Means that people are ready to do anything, go about faking business. Thank you very much, Mariko, for all through the week having talked on cassava. Miss B, which brand or which derivation of cassava do you love? Which one do you prefer? Water fufu, gari, bobolo, mitumba?
I think I prefer. In fact, I love water fufu.
First.
I love gari.
Second.
The mutumba thing, in fact, I don't want that one. That one should just go.
Is that you've never tasted?
No, I've eaten, but I don't really like it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm a Kwakoko lady.
It's not the same thing. Kwakoko take fish and meat. This one takes just salt.
Thank you. That's what makes me to, go for Kwakoko. That's why this one is not having a place right now. I can go for bobolo.
Okay.
Mianda. Okay, the rest.
You're not there. Miss B also water fufu, gari, and bobolo. I know there are so many people equally who love these different jars of things. And Miss B, you can do all the three, right? You can make all the three.
Yes, but for gari, I cannot really. Because it's time consuming.
It's really too time consuming.
Because I grew up in Moyoka.
It's true. It's really very time consuming. It makes me remember the first day I went to Banga Bakundu they had to fry gari. They fry with 2 hands. They do this.
So if you give me a machine, I'll do it.
You do it. No.
Like this.
Machine to fry.
Yes.
Yes, better. Easy life. Michael.
Machine to peel, do everything. Not just to wash.
I'll look for that machine.
Thank you.
We obviously have to find that machine so that it eats things for many people. Because at one point too, we have the fire. This thing is generally fried on high heat. Yes. And before you know it, you go to the hospital, you say, no, you don't have to work on fire again.
I understand gari must be expensive. Or you have producers to have, labor.
Yes, laborers, exactly. It's very complicated, Complicated what has to do with gari. That's why it's expensive. Mariko, you said the price of gari is...
It's still expensive.
It's still expensive.
Yes, because a cup right now, a glass, is still 100 francs. So I don't know how come this is happening that way. Like cassava is cheap, but the gari has not yet changed. It means the process surely is a problem.
Thank you very much, Mariko. Maybe the process too equally comes to make the price expensive. For all those who are lovers of all the derivations of cassava, good afternoon to all of you. And you can equally take upon yourself to even try farming of cassava, then you sell to other people who do the transformation in the heart of the city. Is it possible for a woman to stay with the man, have children with him, and still not love him? That is our question of discussion this afternoon. We will come back to that. Miss B, is this Scotch egg we're doing again today?
I really wanted to do that. My, fried maize and granules.
Fried maize and granite. Okay.
We're not going to have it today due to, power.
Okay.
So I think we will go back
to the Scotch egg.
Yeah, but what if I just mention it in passing?
Okay.
Maybe the process and how to do good, fried.
Miss B, is that the only process of the Scotch egg yesterday? Is that there's no other procedure that Molly can use?
Okay, there are other ways. In as much as I said we can mix flour, we can make
breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs, but we can do it without breadcrumbs.
Is it going to be? It's going to stick together the way it's...
With a little bit of flour. I once did that.
Okay.
Just flour, no breadcrumbs. It came out, yeah. But with breadcrumbs is excellent. Yeah. Breadcrumbs, no breadcrumbs is still good to go.
Okay.
All right, let's just take on the Scotch egg since Binda is for it, ladies and gentlemen. But this time around, we're not going to put, breadcrumbs. We'll just do it with flour and then fish. We produce our egg roll, yeah, what we call Scotch egg.
Scotch egg.
Good, but before we
Egg
get
roll. When I talk about egg roll, I think that is the one that's low.
no, egg
It's
roll,
the same thing.
well, just follow the process and know which one we're talking about. Yeah. Anyway, before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm interested with, the session that, the 10 regional governors are harboring in Yaoundé that slowly but surely maybe will be ending today. I'm particularly interested with, the call to every Cameroonian, ladies and gentlemen. I think there is a call.
What's the call about?
At this point in time, that's the boss officiating the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
We Cameroonians ought to be, respective. Yeah, I don't know if I'm correct. I need to put it the way it came.
Respective?
Citizens, if I'm correct.
Respectable.
No, respective.
Respectable
Okay.
Citizens.
The word-
Another word.
Respectful.
Respectful. It's serious. All right, there is, in fact, seriously, Cameroonians, the fact that we all are waiting to, embrace the AFCON come 2022, we all have to, behavioral gaps. That's the word. This season, that's behavioral gaps.
How to behave with people.
Should be closed, at least just for can you understand? Please?
Just for the AFCON.
Miss B may be smiling, but it's a serious matter. Show some hospitality. Me, Miss B. No, seriously. Because we have brothers and sisters who are out of camera. Now I was about entering the kitchen. Miss B, do you want to play cool today? But at least let me just be with you, all dear televiewers. We have brothers and sisters who are out of the country. Just imagine who is, making them feel at home as far as the world is concerned. It's a land. Come on, this period. Okay, so we just have to, bridge all, behavioral gaps.
Okay.
As stipulated by, the MINAT boss.
Okay.
And just close our eyes to
say-
ensure that they can, Cameroon merits it. It is our merit they have come. So we just need to do that, you and I, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking to myself. All that will, mild they can misbig kill it. Is a call to those who are watching as well. I remember in one of, the speeches, if I may say, it was like, those who sow, the wind will reap the storm. And those who sow the storm now, what would they reap? They will surely reap tsunami.
Tsunami, exactly.
So it's a call for us to really, put our voices together, put our manners together to ensure that we have a smooth end of year activities and of course a smooth AFCON 2022. Sorry for that, Bina, but I really needed to go
It's
back to
important,
that.
Miss B. You are
I'm
Cameroonian.
talking to myself, and I'm just imagining those who are out of Cameroon, who are Cameroonians, and they are living well.
Miss Boy, you're talking like that. I was thinking about asking you a question about what is happening in the Northwest and the Southwest region, and thinking that we have to leave as one just for this AFCON to go through. It becomes complicated.
It becomes complicated, but it won't be complicated if you watching me talking do the right thing.
Okay.
It is the truth. In as much as Miss B do the right thing. Because we know what to do.
We know what
decide
is
not
to do
the
it.
right thing. And in that thing that you are doing, that you're conscious. Let me tell you, there's something. Whatever your heart tells you, always believe it. You can't fight it. And there is what we call, your heart is telling you something. Your instincts, your feelings.
A conviction.
Is telling you something else. Feelings, instincts and heart, they are different things.
Okay, they're different.
And what the heart tells you, go with what the heart tells you, because your heart is that, most sensitive part.
Miss Bibi, they say the
keeps
heart is
body going.
deceitful sometimes.
When it stop, pumping, you stop living. So whatever the heart tells you, go for that one. I don't know if I'm correct. If
Thank
the heart
you, Miss
stops
B, for that
pumping,
one this afternoon.
you stop living.
It's a strong one.
Thank you. Now it's different from feelings. It's different from
Instincts.
It's different from the conscience. Why is it that most often we want to do something, the heart is telling you
Not to do.
other things are, which is powerful. It's the one that stops, when it stops breathing or pumping, every other thing.
Every other thing stops.
So we know what to do. It's not complicated. We choose to do the right thing. And if we are in front of, the media, the world today, let's see it the way it ought to be. Someone watching, Miss B, Lady B, do the right thing. Before you know it, this whole thing will come to an end.
Truly.
Anyway, let's do Scotch.
Thank you for that message this afternoon, Miss B. I hope that you not fall on deaf ears.
Thank you too for that very important point. I hope that it would not fall on deaf ears. The most important thing is to, say the right thing.
That is true.
Say it the way it ought
They
to
say
be.
you advise somebody, but you don't force somebody to take
Thank
your
you.
advice.
Just say it the way it ought to be.
Truly.
Anyway, we'll Scotch egg. Forgive me, it's this afternoon. All right. If our
Scotch
governors,
security.
thank you, Scotch security. If our governors are putting their efforts, we are the ones to rally behind them wherever we are and do the right thing. And before you know it, we will all, work late in the night and we smile because we have security around us. Okay, Scotch egg this time around, we're not going to put, breadcrumbs in it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll need I don't know. Okay, let's just go, even without the images. We will need the fish, we will need the small flour, we will need, spices. All that is your choice. You can even use traditional spices to spice up your fish nawala. So we said fish, even meat can go. Even meat can go.
We can use meat.
Yeah, even meat. Okay. Since we did fish yesterday, let's do meat.
How do we do with the meat? Because I remember with the fish yesterday we
in the
bought.
market, you buy your cow meat. Specifically cow meat, ladies and gentlemen. We buy the cow meat. What do? We take it to the house. We season it well to taste. Boil it a little, or if you don't want to boil, you can still buy ground cow meat.
Yes, I was thinking about the one that used the hand machine to ground.
If you have your machine in the house, do it. You can blend as well, even in the raw state.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Then you boil after that.
After
You
boil.
ground. Yeah, after you ground, you boil.
Good. You can as well boil. You season it into and blend no wahala. Any method
It's the
you
same thing.
choose, fine. But now this time you will need to make it soft. That's the essence. So I think we will do this or we blend so that it becomes soft. What do we do? Once it's already seasoned, we'll steam it a little. Add your flour.
Mm-hmm.
You add your flour, ladies and gentlemen. What do? Get ground breadcrumbs. You add it there. It's the same mixture, ladies and gentlemen.
The mixture of yesterday.
Yeah. So when the meat and the flour and the breadcrumbs all are blended together, they're mixed. Produce that. That coat that we would need to coat the boiled egg. You understand?
Thank you.
So you produce that, that coat, and then you get egg. We said you boil the egg.
Mm-hmm.
After boiling the egg, you put inside the coat. You just roll. You fry.
Okay, you see, it doesn't take long on the fire to
Doesn't
cook,
take
to
long.
fry, and it's
You
deep fried.
boiled everything. You season the meat. You boil. The egg is boiled. That's why the frying is just about a few seconds.
Miss B, that means when we season the meat, that's all. We don't season any other thing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing, because it's already tasteful. Add your flour, you add your breadcrumbs, and then produce that coat. You put the boiled egg into it, you roll, and then you fry.
I hope to try that this Christmas.
For the part to eat.
The part to eat. I hope to try this Christmas. I've never really tried. The only thing I do is eat. Even if I want to have it, I pass the command to somebody to do it, because I always tell myself that it's complicated to do. Thank you very much, Miss B. Maricol says she likes the part to eat.
Yeah, that eating part is more interesting.
Okay. The other process now, what do you do?
No. I've understood it, but I'm not yet ready to try.
To try.
Yeah. I just want to eat for now.
Okay, Michael just wants to eat for now. Okay, we have a few minutes to go. That is 10 minutes to get out of the studios of NGTV. We'll just continue straight into the question for today. Okay, Miss B, is it possible for a woman to stay with a man, have children with him, and still not love him?
It's possible, Linda.
Okay.
Very possible, depending on the circumstances that will push a woman to marry a man, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe she was forced.
Okay.
Maybe she thought he was, my dream guy, but in there is not your dream guy. And the love diminishes. That's why you ought to be very sure
The dream guy.
before you.
Did
You ought to be very sure before you get there. But you can still be very sure anything happened there. But I assure you, once you're already there, you better love that man.
Mm-hmm.
Love that man. Miss B is not in the mood. Miss B, really does not want to.
It's weekend, obviously, and
So, love that man, whether you like it or not.
Okay.
Because you're already there.
love the man.
Love the man. Maybe you were hoping that this is my dream guy. And you get in there like Mariko whisper, dream dies. You just have to love the man. So there are lots of reasons it's possible.
It's possible. We have our parents that used to do that before, but we see their marriages lasting so long.
Because you're already there. For the sake of your kids, you decide to do the right thing. These are wise people. I call them wise people.
Whoa, wise people.
The most, wicked person in the world and, selfless person in the world is those who think only about themselves and forget about others.
Okay, selfless.
In every situation, you want to gain more and your family forget about others. If all of us start thinking about others, nobody will think about me. I know that.
Why, Miss B? There are people who think about you.
I'm just saying, seriously, put somebody in front of, position right now. Everybody think of the family first and,
Truly, they'll think about the family.
why are we going so far? That small, birthday party in the Kati. You're already gathering to go feed the family. You understand? But once you start thinking about others, that's when, I don't know, even, nature thinks about you. And we are suffering. The world is suffering today because of, selflessness. And the fact that, we're not thinking about
Others, we think about ourselves first, other than any other person. Miss B say it's possible, depending on the circumstances of the marriage. That maybe we're thinking it was your dream guy, but it turned out to be your dream. Michael, you call it dream?
No, the dream died on the road.
The dream died on the road. Exactly. So, Michael, for you, is it possible? We have our parents, as I asked Miss B, who did this thing and it worked. Was like maybe my friend has a daughter that has to get married, that is of age to get married, and I also have a son. Say, okay, let's put these people together so that our family, our friendship will remain.
It could work. I'm very okay with that point that she raised, that Miss B raised, about the fact that our parents did that way and it worked. It worked. Why? Because they had no other alternative.
Okay.
Their minds were not yet as open as ours. That's the
No, I'm trying to compare from then till now.
That's what I'm saying exactly. That back then they had less opportunities. They were living they were not open. The world wasn't yet modern. There were no people with modern ideas. Very few persons were even educated. But nowadays, what's killing us is our generation. Like everyone is saying, oh, our generation, à l'époque, and maybe nowadays, they are like, this is the modern era, and for me to marry a woman, I need to have known her. She needs to know me. In fact,
need to love her. She needs to understand her, me.
In fact, I need to know everything about her. Most of those things, our parents discovered it in the marriage.
In the marriage.
Yes, I remember a man who was explaining how he went to his mother and asked his mother, after he had very much difficulties making it in marriage, he went to his mother and asked his mother, Mama, how did you meet
Papa?
And the mother explained that one day she was just in church, and then one of the elders in church just brought one young man and said, let me just take any name, Priscilla, meet William. William, meet Priscilla. I think that you both can make a good couple. And then he asked now the mother that, and that's all, as in, so that's how you marry him. He said, no, I just watched him and looked at him and I just asked 3 questions. Where does he worship? Who are his parents? Which village is he from?
That's all.
And that was, or what does he do in life? Those are the 4 questions. What does he do in life? And he realized that he's a very serious man in his life.
Just because of the 4 questions.
These are the questions. And to be honest, to date, they have 6 kids.
Wow.
And they are still standing. They should be in their 60th anniversary of marriage. So he asked his mother that, but there should have been so much tolerance that you were putting in place. How would you marry someone you have never seen before, never known before, and just accept? He said, but the point is this: You are going in there. You're not going in on your own. There are people who are talking to you. His parents tell him, see, take care of your wife. They tell him just the basics. Take care of your wife. Don't go and disgrace us. The same thing they tell the woman. Go in there. Don't disgrace us. We are counting on you. You are going to. It's like you are going on a competition. And your coach is telling you, see, you have every reason to bring me back the trophy.
Positive results.
And that's how they got into marriage. So most of them got into marriage without love.
Yeah, most of them.
But they entered with compromise, and with time, love grew. So it's you say that kind of jargon to this era, you are just speaking the air, because our own era has changed. We are more open now to other ideologies. Even some of the parents cannot give us the same advice that they were given in their time,
because they had to do a lot of compromise to stay with the man.
They know that we now are more exposed to other things, and back then the Western world wasn't yet too infested in our context, in our African context.
Yes.
But nowadays, wow, to go out of the country is like ABC to some families. So it's just, that's one thing too. So if I want to come back on the question, Cynthia, if you permit me, that can a man marry a woman?
Can a woman marry the man, have children with him, and still not
love him? I think it's possible in this context I just cited.
Okay, let's take it now to our own context now in the 21st century. That a woman, say maybe she went with that man because he has so much money, and he said, no, with this man my life would change, and have children with him. But it means the love can grow with time, maybe because of the luxury and the comfortable situation.
You said luxury. That means the person loved the luxury, and followed the man for the luxury. So if by my chance I'll prefer to use that expression. If the luxury disappears, the love too would disappear.
Oops.
But if you look at the back then, they were not going in there because of that. Is they had their interest as well. The interest is this: a man, is he respectful? Is he a responsible man?
Is he coming from a good family?
Can he take care of his family? Can he take care of his children? Can he take care of his wife? Because they're not thinking love. Can he take care of his wife? If you start taking care of something, love will nurture. That's the truth. As you give birth to the kids, sometimes the man from the beginning, he might not even just know what he's even doing with this woman, because someone else presented the woman to.
You see, like, who sent me to even have this kind of woman?
But because of the child that she gives you, you start realizing that something else is growing. She gave her womb to you. She could die on that table. All those things start making love to stick up. Number 2 child, number 3 child, you just realize that as time is going on, he cannot live without you, because he's asking himself, if I disconnect with this woman, it means I'm disconnecting with my kids too, because these kids would be disconnected. So the love nurtures with time. So I think it's possible that a man marries a woman and he doesn't love the woman, but he has kids with her. Why? Because maybe along the line, all these things I just cited, it's instead the reverse that happens. As in, even if she's delivering and she's giving him the babies, he's loving the babies but not loving the woman.
Because we have cases of people who've had 3-5 children with mothers and they still send them packing.
Very true. And sometimes you want to check who is behind all of this. It's another woman, like that one in the house. Because sometimes it's because he has one of his old girlfriends that he wanted to marry, but the family told him that we don't want this kind, and they surely proposed him one good girl, and this is the good girl that is in his home. But now it's not like the girl is bad, but they are not on the same sphere, and he's connecting to that old girlfriend
other than this one.
So it can be possible that he sends the woman even packing because he's thinking of that other lady. So
that is very correct. I end with you, Miss B. I'll take in the context of, maybe I met a woman recently in church. She said her son is abroad, and that she said she asked the mother to go look for him a wife. To look for him.
They were talking to your wife.
No, they were not talking to me. It was just they were talking about me.
I was really about to buy.
They're not talking about me, Miss B. She was explaining the son is a friend, a classmate from secondary school. She says she has been up and down for a while now. She went to Bamenda to look for a wife for her son.
How can she be telling
when wives are around?
No, Miss B, I'm not an advocate for those kind of arrangement. That kind of arrangement love, I am not for it. It's very difficult.
It can happen anywhere.
It's really can happen.
It's even a classmate. It's even a classmate. It means you are familiar with it.
That's not exactly the question I wanted to ask Miss B.
Send that mother to Miss B.
Oh, okay, and
Send that mother to me.
Miss B, let's go back to the question. I said she wants to look for a wife. That my son has said I should look for a wife for him. So she went to Baminda. In this case, you think that it's that easy to just go about it, because we've seen so many people going into this practice?
Well, it could be easy for some persons. There are people who really have faith in their parents. Know that what my mom chose for me will be good. And whatever their mothers choose,
It's always good.
and even their father, it's possible. It's possible. And you see the person that because it's my mom who choose, because it's my
But she can still make a mistake. You know, people do not always show their real face.
and it can still work too for some person.
Yes.
You see now, that's where the problem is. It can still work for some persons, it will not work for others.
Some have gone out and separated.
Yeah, some have gone out and
And
separated.
some are still living
Together.
through the system. You see now. So it's possible. It's just for, that's what I always say. Even in that situation, and you realize you send the person to look for the person has chosen, and you are living to do the right thing.
Then you do the right thing, loving the
Another
person.
time is about, let me just share this with our televiewers. For example, we watch movies and series and so on. You see somebody in love with a lady, and it turns out to be this lady's sister is in love with you. It was your first love, but because she was so rude, you abandoned
don't
her.
have to
You
take-
found her sister somewhere else. You're in love with her sister who is so humble and so on. And today, your sister is involved in a crime that she's innocent. She's in prison. You do everything to seduce that man and bring the person until you're pregnant for him because you did it unconsciously through wine. You understand? And you forced him to marry you, and the person has married you today. But this is where I'm going to because the person was like, for the sake of this child. This is what I'm saying.
For the sake of the child,
Sometimes
stay.
you forget about yourself.
You think about.
You think of doing the right thing.
Okay.
The girl is not a killer. The girl has learned even from her past mistakes. You say, but for the sake of this child, let me do the right thing. Let's get married.
Whoa.
How many people can do that?
There are not so many people who do that, Miss B. I, for one, I
You
doubt.
say,
I doubt if I can do that.
they decided to do the right thing.
Thank you very much, Miss B. I remember we had a situation of a woman that also got a wife for her son in my quarter. But the way this woman messed up this girl's life, she took herself back to Baminda because her husband was not there. Her husband had to connive with the mother to send her away. And she went back to Baminda. You see, there are so many cases like that somehow discourages people. But it's possible for a woman to stay with the man, have children with him, and still not love him.
So mothers
But-
should also behave.
no, they are mothers. No, they are mommy's sons. Don't forget those kind of people. So a man is supposed to be a man. Take your decisions and stand on them. Michael, have a nice weekend.
Thank you, Cynthia. Better one for you.
Thank you.
And for you too, Miss B. I'll just go by saying that please teach your children mother tongue, the mother tongue.
Even if you don't
English
know.
and French is not a language.
If you don't know the mother tongue.
You learn.
Miss B, I wish you a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, Linda. Same to you.
Thank you.
Same to you, Mariko.
Thank
and
you.
so televiewers.
It has been a delight being with you all through this week. Next week, Monday, we start all over again.